morning, and it is very morning for me. It is 7:32 a.m. in Colorado Springs, so you can give you a perspective of what time of day it is. I know I've been a while since I've been here. As you can hear in my voice, it was the weirdest thing where I kind of got a little bit of a chest cold and a little bit of sniffles, and I thought, okay, fine. And then I lost my voice completely. I couldn't talk. So I was okay by Wednesday because I was on Hogarth. You could kind of hear a little bit of my raspy voice there, but whatever. If you haven't go and watch Hogarth's video, oh my gosh. We hmm Erica, Erica, Erica Kirk. Yeah, that was a very interesting read. So definitely go check that out. But here today, I'm going to do some political readings, so stay tuned for that. And then I have a remote view at the end. It's kind of a little bit of a surprise. Um, I'll explain it when I get there. But this has been something that has been on my heart, been on my mind, all of this stuff, and very connected to it for some reason. I get connected to the weirdest stuff. Anyways, if you're watching this, that means that I got something, and you guys gotta watch that. So hang in there. I'll be right back. All right. So there's been a lot of stuff going on. I can't even keep up. I'm like, oh, I should do a video on that. The next day, something else happens. I'm like, oh, I should do a video on that. Oh, and then something else. I mean, it's just a whirlwind. We can't keep up. We're whiplash at this point, in this country, for sure. Ugh. Okay. Burn a little Santos. Uh, I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm going to start just kind of give you an idea and a little bit of a thought process when this happened. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, remember I did a remote view on her on my last video. In fact, at the end, I said she was shifting. And I go, is she really going to go independent? It was like a weird kind of a vibe feeling. And what I should have realized is when she was shifting, it didn't even enter my mind that she would resign because most Republican, senators and Congress people, they just don't resign, right? Because they love that power and she's a power hungry little mongrel. We'll just be nice today. And so but it was a little weird. The energy was a little weird. You could see it on my face. I was like, So she resigned instead of shifting over to independent, which it probably would have pissed everybody off. Or, I mean, the worst of the worst. Everybody's like, she's gonna run for president. I don't think so. I'm gonna throw three cards on that, but I just don't think so. I don't think she's gonna run for president. I don't feel it. I don't see it. She would not get past all of her crap that she's done and said. It would be a montage of BS that she has done in the last 5 years and going in front of her face. I don't think she can emotionally take that, to be honest, because the Democrats would be brutal. We were brutal while she was so there's that. But I'm gonna throw three cards on that and see. A lot of people are like, she's running for mayor, or she's running for this, or she's running for that. I think she's kind of done. I think what she is going to do is join races, like to help in them. What else? She does have another plan. She kind of hinted like that she's not going away. Hmm. She's definitely rebranding herself. I think, and I will say this all the way to the end. She saw those files. She saw those pictures. This is what promoted her shift. I will not move away from that. She saw the pictures of Trump with little girls. Hands down. I can feel it. I can see it on her. I feel it on. I mean, I was shocked the moment she showed up to help the victims. Like she saw it. Interesting. Let's go on. Huh. So there's another, maybe she's gonna go do her own podcast. She's gonna make more money, like Tucker Carlson did and that jerk from Florida did. But there's a love. And I have realized the reason why lovers keep on coming up with the Republicans and the connection to their base is because of the dysfunctional love connection. It is really an abusive relationship that they have with each other. The Republicans get lied to and they glorify her. I mean, it's unbelievable. Dysfunctional on everything. And with the lovers, she gets the fighting, the infighting. So the petty conflicts, the bickering and all of that, the conflict with the people who she used to love. Also, maybe this has a lot to do with the people, her colleagues, the bickering and all of that. She can't repair any of those. Not that she's a person who can repair a relationship, but she probably tried to repair some relationships in the house and all of that, but she can't do it. She doesn't know how, she doesn't have the skills, so her best option is to out of here. High Priestess. This is a little weird card to see what she's doing and what she's thinking and where she's going. The High Priestess. Is this her ego thinking that she had a whole bunch of, things to offer. They just never took it, this, that, and the other. But she has suspicions. High Priestess is also suspicions and consciousness of some sort. And I say one more time, she saw the files. She asked the victims. She got some information she just could not ignore. And she knows for a fact that if she just would have blurted that all out, her livelihood, everything. She knows the dangerous people that she has been working with and dealing with all these years. She knows. She's she's she knows, okay? She understands that. But this is my Mar-a-Lago, card. So the Mar-a-Lago card shows up, which is very interesting. The collaboration, the rite of passage. I'm gonna keep on going. And the reason I'm gonna bring out my true crime because they seem to bring out the mentality of these people. So I'm gonna do the true crime and see if I can get some clarifiers. It does feel like she's going somewhere. It does feel secretive. It does feel that kind of a thing. But it also doesn't feel very solid. It just doesn't feel solid, like she's got a legit offer and that's where she's going and that's how she's going to be impactful. But it's going to be like podcast, on air, maybe a YouTube channel, something along that way where she has freedom of speech. Literally, she can't be removed from the House of Representatives or taken out of committees or, she doesn't, or the president's, gonna trash talk her out of whatever she's gonna do. So let's see what the first one up. Lovers. That's the clarifier for lovers. Burial. She's not feeling the love. She doesn't have the support like she used to. She's going underground. There's a lot of stuff in that. There's a lot. I know. Um, just getting okay, so here's strangulation. Remember I was talking about her caucus and all the people that she had in a relationship with and all of her colleagues that she's in fighting and stuff like that, strangulation, they're snuffing her. This is the wrong words. These are just entertainment purposes only. These are just cards. They have words on them. That doesn't mean that she's actual. Nobody's gonna die here, okay? But they are definitely moving towards her and making her feel unwelcome. Let's put it that way. 100%. The High Priestess and the Four of Wands. This is the card. Ooh. High Priestess, the affair. Consciousness, the affair. Now, remember I said this card right here sounds like she saw the pictures, an affair, the cheating, or the whatever it is, the affair talks about un um forbidden love. So let's do the Four of Wands. What comes up with the Four of Wands? Inside, she had, oh, as I literally just picked these up, she saw these files and these pictures in at Mar-a-Lago. Ah, I've been saying this forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever that when Trump left, he's the one that took those files from the FBI. The FBI has been trying to get all those files back that he hid in his closet, and she saw them. She saw the files at Mar-a-Lago. Mm, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Okay, the reason why she's leaving. The real reason why she's leaving, right? I mean, she kind of hinted at it. She wasn't quiet about how she wasn't getting any work done, but it didn't tell me where she's going. So let me do another four card, see if we can figure out where she's going, what she gonna do. And maybe she doesn't know at this point. Maybe she doesn't, maybe she's made this decision to resign over a situation, and this was just recent and this was abrupt. Like, okay, fine. One day I'm just gonna resign instead. You know what I mean? Geminis do that thing. They do that. Spontaneous, making a decision on the fly. Geminis are perfect for that. And I think she's a May Gemini too. Okay, here we go. No shade to no Geminis. I'm a Gemini myself. Here we go. Five of Cups, loss, pain, grief, Emperor, loss of, oh, sheesh. I think she has a plan. And the Republicans are not going to like this plan. I got the loss. She got shut out, tortured. I got the loss. They're not going to like her plan because she feels some type of way with the Emperor. The loss, the pain, all of that with the Emperor. And of course, my Pandalina has to show up. Hi, baby. What's up? Are you here? Are you here for the people? Say hi. Can you smile? Smile. Yeah, I don't. She can't kiss me on my lips. I don't like that. We all know where dogs' tongues go. Blech, blech. But I love my baby. Say hi. Smile. Did you smile? There's your smile. Yeah. There's your smile. Can I get back to my reading my cards? I love you. You're the love. Oh. All right. Can I get back to my cards? Thank you, baby. Thank you. I gave her a Thanksgiving bone yesterday. Yes, baby. She's all happy about it. She's like, Mom, you got more? It was a safe bone. Don't worry. All right, here we go. Emperor loss out grief over the Emperor. All right. So here's where it gets a little sketchy. The Tower to the Hierophant. She's gonna take him down. She's going to do something. She has a mind like, I know too much. Maybe she's strategically, for a Gemini who's on the dark side, when their revenge kicks in, I even have to be proud of him. I I would not want to be on the revenge side of a Gemini, just like what Trump does with his little, all of his people, right? He's got a whole community of people who's willing to go take out revenge on his enemies. And that's the reason why this has come up. So get my criminal cards out, shuffle them a little bit, and do some clarifiers. I know this is a little long on Marjorie Taylor Greene, but this is just interesting to me. And I hope to you as well. Because everybody's like, she's gonna run for president. I don't, um, mm. She couldn't get far. Promise you that. She would have to use her own money for sure. Okay. First up, Five of Cups. Oh my God. I shuffled them. I promise you, I shuffled them. The burial came up again. Maybe it's the death threats. Okay, let's try to figure out what the threats, them coming after her, um, snuffing out what she's saying. Something. There is something very connected to this because I've gotten it twice. Okay. Burial. I know somebody in the comments will get a cha-ching and write it down, and I hope you do. I read all of your comments, and I love everybody else's interpretation and what they get, because I am not the sole provider of all information. I may be open to it and collect it a little easier than most, but that doesn't mean none of you guys don't have it. And I love reading every single one's perspective. It's beautiful, beautiful collaboration with all of you. So please definitely do that. Okay, Emperor. Ah, see, we were just talking about that, the revenge on the Emperor, or the Emperor has revenge on her, or whatever, but revenge shows up. Okay, now let's do the tower, the tower. Oh no, accident. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Let's keep on going. Okay. I literally got tower, accident, and then death, and then the Hierophant. Okay. That's as probably as bad as far as I can go on YouTube. But y'all can put any comments you want down there. Maybe it is connected to her burial, death threats. I mean, she's getting legit, or she knows that that man is dead, that she knows that he's dying. She knows a lot. There's something. She has been incredibly in the know. I've said this. Trump has, he is terminal and he has 3 to 5 months left. I've been hearing that from a professional. Okay, I didn't get that all on my own, but we have all been feeling it and knowing it and watching it. That man is terminal. And that may be because without, when she's there, without the protection of Trump, she is a lost little puppy. Lost. And maybe she getting out when the getting is good. Also, still doesn't tell me what she's gonna do. Maybe she doesn't know exactly yet either. Maybe the she's still up in the air, but hmm, yeah. I hope you liked that. Anywho, remember I did my remote view and Mike Johnson just literally fell through a trap door. And then he just did an interview saying how he's exhausted, he can't handle it, it's overwhelming, this, that, and the other, right? Right? So let's do a little bit of deep dive on that as well. And the reason why I am particularly are concentrating on these two little power plays here is because they're important, people. They really, their actions and what they're doing right now is like a telltale sign of what really is going on. I try to pick out I mean, yeah, we have manipulators, we have Trump, we have Peter Thiel, we have JD Vance that gets out there and does a speech and lies. And all of that stuff is all of the workings out and through here. But when people start shifting out of their original role, like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Mike Johnson, that's where the information is. You see what I mean? That's where we got to pay attention to, is the shifts and the strangeness and the weirdness. And why is he saying that? And I pick up on that kind of crap real easy. So I know this is kind of like a continuation of my last video, but please bear with me. Let me do one 4-card draw, and then I'll do the true crime and see if we can get to the bottom of the reason why he fell through that trap door. Because I have a feeling, and it dawned on me when I was listening, or a little snippet of his interview, how he's like overwhelmed, this, he's that. I mean, this man is drunk constantly. If you ever get it, if anybody has an inclination of getting into his energy, he is drunk. That man is drunk. He hasn't drawn a sober breath in a long time. Okay? And drunks, like Pete Hegseth, drunks really don't function that well. They look like they can. They've learned the manipulation, but they're really not. Their emotions are always and constantly and forever in chaos because they have not figured out how to live life sober or in reality. So there's that. Mark my words. But they know how to fake it. We gotta stop paying attention to their words and watching their actions. Ooh, I have 2 cards came out. The Star, and the King of Swords, which, Mike Johnson was Trump's prized possession because he could manipulate him and make him do whatever he wanted, right? So the King of Swords shows up, of course, in the Star, the bright hope. That's the reason why he was put in, is because he was the bright hope of the manipulation and continuation and stealing of the money. I mean, he's in charge of the purse, right? If there's any money going to be stolen, Mike Johnson has the key. So let's continue on. Okay, the infighting. The infighting comes in a lot with the Republicans right now. The bickering, the petty, the conflict, the different priorities. I'm just reading the words underneath here. If anybody knows me, I love me some tarot cards with keywords because I'm not about to memorize all of them. Sorry. The personality clash, annoyed, so he's really self-imposed. This man did it to himself. Nobody, self-imposed. This Eight of Swords is really like self-imposed. What's wrapped around her is paper. She can break free from it at any point in time, but do they know? Because they are self-imposed problems, right? Self-honesty brings change. If he would just get to it, beware of paralysis and analysis. Paralysis, he's lost all of his power. He's lost his control of his caucus. He's lost anything that he thought he was going to have at any point in time while he was speaker. He has to listen to the president, and he has to then go back and tell his people, and his people are saying no, and he has to listen. He can't make nothing go anymore. He cannot bring about the pain that Trump wants him to bring about. He's having problems with that. So, here we go. True crime. I'm shuffling. So we'll see. See what comes out again. Shuffle, shuffle. I'm going to do it 5 times. So 1, 2, 4. Just to ensure that I am not getting the same card. Then we'll move on to the remote view. This is going to be a fascinating remote view. I really hope you stick around for it. Okay. Here we go. And a cut. And a cut. And a cut. All right, here we go. First up, Star. Accident. Why is this accident keeps on coming up? Star. Is he going to get into an accident? Is there an accident happening? So here's what I'm going to put out there. At some point in time, maybe within the Trump administration or somewhere, some ways, somebody's going to get into an accident, or it's going to make it look like an accident. Something's going to happen because my cards are telling me too much about now. Okay. So is the accident going to happen to accident? Yeah. Sometimes I read the words wrong. Accident going to happen to the star? Is that when he falls through the trapdoor? All right. King of Swords in this reading. I can't make this stuff up. Mind control. He has been telling him what to do the whole time. He is not an independent thinker. That'll drive anybody nuts. Mind control. Can't be this star. Now we have the Five of Wands. See what comes up for that. The Five of Wands, the dismemberment of his power. They're trying to really, really remove his power. Eight of Swords. This one's going to be fascinating. What's it they got? Ooh, legal proceedings. Legal proceedings. Legal proceedings meaning that he's doing something illegal and he has wrapped himself up in his illegal ways. Oh well. Darn it. Shucks. All right, one last one. I'm going to check on Trump's health, but I'm not going to check on Trump because Trump is a liar and he can't give me honesty. Even his energy lies. All right? Anybody trying to tap into this boy, he's a liar. But what I am going to do is tap into his doctor's energy. See what his doctors have to say about him. So, real quick. These are my cards. I'm shuffling and shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. And cut, cut, cut. Here we go. Trump's magician, that's his medicine. Temperance, borrowed time is his. So I have the magician and temperance, borrowed time, the medicine and temperance on borrowed time because of it. And I got him, the King of Swords usually represents him, but I also got the Queen of Cups. And I think this is the doctor. And I don't know if his doctor is a female or somebody has been placed in position or somebody's there to, a female's been there to monitor him at all times. Whoever it is, it's a compassionate female or a doctor or something, or nurse or something like that. So let's see what my true crimes. But he is definitely living on borrowed time, temperance, 100%. All right, magician. He's not taking his medicine right. He's not doing it. The pills are just not working anymore. It's burning up his body. It's burning, whatever the medicine is being put into his body, it's already being burnt up. It's not being used correctly. There's something with his medication he's not doing right, and it's not working in his body, but they keep on throwing it at him. So it's not working. It's burning up in his atmosphere. Okay. So the temperance. I should not be laughing. I'm a woman of spirituality. I'll let you. Borrowed time. Borrowed time, meaning it's going to get done at some point in time. I mean, we're temperance can also represent, um, you know, death. And temperance, like borrowed time. I don't know how else to explain it. Like the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper is a serial killer. Oh my gosh, I should not be laughing. Get it together, Sheila. Get it together. My cards crack me up. I am so glad that my cards give me the humor that I need throughout life. Okay. Yes. All right. King of Swords, clean up. Clean up on aisle kinkles. Clean up on aisle bowel movement. Clean up on aisle urination. Clean up on all of it. His body is just spewing out everything. They have to clean him up all the time. Okay? That's probably what the Queen of Cups is doing. But let's see what she's got. Well, maybe this caregiver isn't as compassionate or as nice as I thought. She either thinks of him as this, or she's really not there for that. Maybe that'll bring us back to this guy, this one. I don't know. Terminal. The man's terminal. Mark my words. Okay, I hope you made it this far because I think this is the most fascinating part, other than the political readings, which, yeah, they're there. Okay, here's the best part. What I think. I'm going to remote view some of the dead bodies on Mount Everest. So stick with me on that. Here's a little bit of information. There's been recorded, they estimate between 340 and 330 to 340 deaths that have happened on Mount Everest. Estimated number of bodies still on the mountain is around 200. Can you imagine hiking and just bodies everywhere because they're not being taken off. Everybody knows the story behind Mount Everest. They really can't have a rescue or take the bodies down. Some family members have made that journey and taken their family member off, but the Nepal government and all that are not going to spend the money to do that. So the bodies remain because retrieving them is extremely dangerous, expensive, and logistically difficult, is the reasoning that they give here, especially in the death zone above 8,000 miles above, or where oxygen is too thin to sustain life. So it says 8,000 M, so I'm thinking 8,000 M. Anyways. The body, so the extreme altitude, this is what happens to the bodies, why the bodies remain. The extreme altitude, low oxygen, freezing temperatures, unstable terrain makes recovery hazard and often impossible. The efforts to cost to retrieve a single body can be very high. So that's one of the reasons we already talked about that. So I thought to myself, I have been interested in that. I am not interested in hiking Mount Everest. I think no. I mean, the first ascent, I think it was in 1953. Yeah, this first successful summit was the May 29th of 1953. As of recent date, 12,800 successful summits have been recorded. I'm not interested in that whatsoever. But what I am interested in is all the people that are their gravesite alongside the path on the mountain, right? I can't imagine wanting that experience, getting there, being so excited, and being my last experience because it's a life-changing moment. Once you go up there, do it, come back down, you live your life, you something changed inside of you, and not having that opportunity to come back down and experience that change in life. But anyways, I am going to do a remote view. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to see if anybody's willing to talk to me. I There's blue boots up there and all that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get anybody, that's well known, but I am going to see if they were willing to talk to me about that. And because I have a connection to it. I connect to weird things. This is one of the weird things that I connect to. So, and I've never been there. So there's that. So let me take a deep breath. Whew, I can feel the lack of oxygen. Come on. Okay. Sometimes you just have to blow past a feeling that you get right off the bat. It just lets me know that I am connected. So, okay. I'm on, I'm all by myself. There are no other live hikers with me, so that's good. Nobody else. But I am hiking easily, of course, because I'm not actually there, but I am hiking up the mountain and I'm kind of seeing boots and stuff like that. Oh, okay. All right, all right. They moved. It just scared me. Huh. Okay. They're sitting up. They are all sitting up. Huh. Um, I'm waiting for something else because there's like sitting up, waking up. Um, there's I'm going to say this word wrong, but there's sharpas that are also passed, but they are the guardians, but they're not necessarily, there are parties of sharpas up there, but the sharpas are there. Oh my gosh, the sharpas are taking care of all of the spirits that are left there. All of the past sharpas. I mean, they're like going over to them. How you doing today? What's going on? Is there anything? So there's, okay, I'm just gonna tell you the scene. There's like a body over here. There's a Sharpa guy, passed, dead. We already established that. But he's got a book in his hand and he's reading to this person who's passed on this mountain. He's like sitting there and having a conversation and he's reading something. I'm gonna see if I can go over there. That was fast. It went. Okay, I'm over. It's in a language I don't recognize. Kind of looks like Chinese, but I'm not an expert in Chinese writing, so it looks weird, but I don't know if it's Chinese either. It has a whole bunch of lines. Like, anyhow, that's what the book looks like. And he's reading to this person. Okay. I'm gonna get back on the trail, which it doesn't take much because I could just kind of fly over. And I'm gonna keep on going up and see. Okay, maybe this one. This one has a green suit on. Well, it's green and white, but it looks like a highlighter. Kind of easy to see in the snow. So I'm gonna go up and see if they're willing to talk. They're shocked. This person doesn't know they're dead. Because it's she. It's a she. It's a woman. Very frail. But she says, I'll get up in a minute. Just keep on going ahead of me. I will get up in a minute. She doesn't know she's gone. And maybe that's what the shoppers are doing. I just heard somebody over here. It's like, we may not be able to take the bodies down, but we can get their souls back to their families. That's why they're there. That's why the past sharpers are there. They're getting their souls back to they're gonna make me cry. The reason why this is making me tear up is because they care about their souls that are up there. They don't care about their bodies, but they care about their souls, and that's why they're there, is to get their souls back to their families. They're like, this one's ready, this one's ready, this one's ready. They're like tenderly talking to them. These Sharpas are true angels. They never stop. Whatever they've committed to this mountain and to the people on this mountain, they never stop. While they're alive, while they're dead. Okay, I'm gonna go up. Wait, no. I'm gonna go up a little higher and see if I can sit and talk to somebody. I'm kind of spiritually asking them, are you willing to talk to me? Are you willing to talk to me? And they're all kind of like in shock. You willing to talk to me? Okay. There's a man up here that's willing to talk to me. He's in a red um jumpsuit or whatever, snowsuit. And he has a broken leg. And that was the reason why he died. He's shown me his broken leg. I couldn't be taken off the mountain. I'm gonna ask, are you okay with your body up here? And he's like, I knew the risk. I knew something would have happened. I'm the blame. I'm to blame that I'm up here. It's okay. There were so many people to help, but I couldn't make it. I now have to help them. He's like, he's also a help. I don't know. Maybe he's joining the Sharpers, but he's like, I don't know what he just said, to be honest with you. He just said something like, I have to help or something. Okay. He says, thanks for visiting. He just told me, thank you for visiting. I know. You probably can't see the tears thinking this, but okay, I'm gonna keep on going up. The um the suits are seem to be all like bright colored, so they're maybe it was for them to be able to be seen in the snow and stuff like that, but it makes it look very colorful along the path. Like they're not very far off of the path, but they're off the path. And it's like some look like they may have died on the path and the people picked them up and placed them beside it. A yellow. Let me go see if I can go talk to this yellow. It's another man. I'm asking him spiritually if he's willing to talk to me. He goes, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So he keeps on saying. I'm ask, I'm just kind of asking him, are you willing to talk? He's kind of in shock. I don't think a lot of these people know that they have died. I don't know if that's good or bad or if they're in pain or if that's suffering. I don't really know, but I'm coming across like they really don't know that they have died. It's like they're ready to keep on moving on with their journey. Okay. Thank God for the sharpest, man. I'm just looking to see if there's any other. All right. You're not forgotten. Nobody forgets you. You're not forgotten. We know about you. We know about all of you. You have a beautiful burial place. Okay. I'm going to come up and out of that. I know, my empathic ways. But that was pretty cool. I never thought about the sharpers who have passed. They're up there helping them. All right. Let's do a reading. Let me get these cards. I'm just going to read on them. That was fascinating. Feeling the altitude. Feeling the altitude. So hang on. Let me. Okay. Get a cough out of the way. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say about this beautiful journey that they've had. Success and reward. That's the reason why they're doing it, right? Six of Wands, success and reward. Ten of Pentacles, inheritance, comfort. The relationship they had with their bodies and with the mountain. The Hierophant, religion or tradition. And the romance, the Knight of Cups, the romance, the seduction of hiking that mountain. Huh. Home. One more. Fertility, beauty, the beauty of it. Well, that was very fascinating. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I know that when I do remote views and I do special things like that, it changes me on the inside. And I truly believe the information that's coming through spirit. Why wouldn't I? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks everyone. Until next time.